What's going on there, YouTube world? Austin Lewis here, coming to you guys yet again with another YouTube video. And in this video, if you are here based off of the stimulus update, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys 5 reasons why you personally have not got your stimulus check yet. And I'm gonna share with you on what it is that you can do to receive those stimulus checks. I know me personally, I actually have received mine, so that is good news. I know a lot of other people that are on my channel that are subscribing, so definitely make sure and go do so, are dropping it into the comment section below. So if you haven't done that, definitely do so. And saying, Austin, I got my stimulus check, I got my direct deposit, or I got my check, or they know that their payment status is gonna be on one of those April 22nd dates or 24th, they're gonna be getting shipped a check. Now, obviously, what I want to share with you guys is that the government has shared with us that over 80 million individuals, Americans, have received their stimulus checks. What's crazy to me is that's not essentially true. It sounds great and all, but they're sending them to deceased people. They're sending stimulus checks to people that have been passed away. What is going on? A Republican states that his father received his stimulus check, but passed away in early 2018. Now, I know a couple of individuals are saying, Austin, well, if I do have somebody that's passed away that does receive a stimulus check, what is it that I can potentially do? And the answer is quite simple and quite catastrophic. And that is, you can literally keep that check. So if you have any individuals that have passed away over the last couple of years, unfortunately, my condolences to you, but also understand that if they do end up getting a stimulus check based on the government actually not doing their research, then, or their information on the person that has passed away, then you actually can keep that person's check. I know in Florida, a lot of individuals are receiving those checks, and what I found quite staggering, again, is that, if you have a relative that has a check that had passed away, that you can actually keep the money, and assuming that the IRS is the one that actually makes the mistake. I'm surprised the government is messing up, considering that all they got to do to check to see if somebody has passed away is just look and see if they are collecting Social Security. But again, I understand this is a new thing, and I want to give a hats off to the government just due to the fact that they're trying to get these things out as quickly as possible. So they're not doing their greatest due diligence or their greatest input. Therefore, obviously, they're happy to be sending it to people that have passed away. Now, again, if you have a relative that is passed away that ends up receiving a check, then you can go ahead and keep the money. So that's good news. But anyways, back to the video. Again, you will receive the money if you qualify. I just want to reiterate that to you guys. 80 million people were sent their checks. 60 million people now are awaiting of their checks. They started sending money to the people that had the easiest accessible access. So people that filed 2018 or 19 and did it with a direct deposit or an ACH or some sort of bank account information. Whatever information was allowed, the government just used that to send out the stimulus checks based on whoever was easily accessible. So checks kind of waited a little bit longer, but people that had that bank account information on file for the government to utilize, they easily sent those out as quickly as possible. Now, obviously in this video, you guys are here because you guys wanted to hear the 5 reasons on why it is that, you're not receiving your stimulus check. Obviously, if you aren't going into the online portal that the government has allowed you to check out, the link will be in the description below. I just strongly encourage you to continuously check on that, see if that is getting updated on your end. I know the system updates at least once a day. So again, you'll have to check in every 24 hours or so to get your guys' update. But I'm gonna kind of dive into the 5 reasonings on why it is that you're not seeing your stimulus check or you haven't received your direct deposit. And just take into account and just remember that, again, I've made other previous videos right here, as you can see, on the stimulus factor, on the direct deposits, on the bank account informations, on the taxes. And again, in future videos, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys, some unemployment things that they're rolling out as well. So again, make sure and stay tuned to the end of this video because I'm gonna share with you guys these 5 reasons. So number 1 happens to be if you didn't file your 2018 taxes and receive a refund. refund, okay, via direct deposit. Now, even if you filed, that does not mean the government can deposit it into your account. If you just filed, you did not get a refund, that does not mean the government can just send you a direct deposit for your $1,200. In fact, that is not the case. You must have received a refund via direct deposit in those years in order for you to get that direct deposit from the government. If you haven't put in your info on the online portal yet, I advise you to do so. Again, if you some people I know didn't receive a refund but got a check refund, again, they're assuming you're gonna get a check again. So again, go on to that online portal. That's always where I'm gonna refer you guys so that you put your online information, you update your banking account information. That way they actually are able to direct deposit it into your account. Now, number two is I gotten this quite often actually, and it's kind of scary, and that happens to be the stimulus check went back into a bank account that was old, or it went into a closed account or a non-working bank account information anymore. So, my thoughts on that is honestly, like, I hate to say this, but you just have to be patient. You just have to be patient and understand that the government will get you your check. They will make sure that it is issued to you. They will make sure it's direct deposited into your account. But also, if that did happen, then just understand that the money from that bank is going to end up getting sent back to the IRS. It is going to get sent back to the government. Therefore, they're going to know that you didn't get your check. So again, what is it that you have to do? And that is go into the Get My Payment. Get My Payment. It allows you to update your bank account information. That way you can receive your $1,200. Now, number three is your check went into a temp account. I know I've gotten a lot of comments or a lot of DMs on Instagram referring to a temp account. A temp account literally happens to be, an account like H&R Block or something along those lines, like TurboTax and things like that you guys might have done your taxes on. And just to give you guys an update on what H&R Block is actually saying, something like this is they're considering it an advanced loan. So you'll eventually receive your money via a paper check. So, if it went into the account through H&R Block, then you'll eventually see a paper check. Unfortunately, it's going to take a couple of months. I've already seen that TurboTax has said that all of their clients' bank account information is correct. So deposits will be on a regular time basis. So TurboTax, good job to you. Number four happens to be you filed a paper return. Obviously, we live in 2020. I understand there's a lot of individuals that might not have computers or whatever the case may be, and that is they filed a paper return. Well, if you happen to file a paper return, I understand that most people file electronically, but due to the current epidemic, if you did file a paper return, just understand that there's not a lot of IRS workers in the building. There's not a lot of individuals. Everybody's working from home right now. So, you'll have to end up waiting for a paper check. And again, right now we're seeing that could take up to a couple of months. So number five happens to be you don't normally file a tax return. I know a lot of individuals are on my channel saying that they're not filing a tax, or they don't usually file a tax return. They don't make enough money, or which happens to be, if you're an individual, it's $12,000 a year. If you're combined, it's that you don't make over $24,000 a year, then you don't have to file for a tax return. What you really need to do is you need to go onto the online portal and go into the non-filer section. You'll have to provide some information. You'll have to provide some very basic information. It's not going to require you to go through a bunch of questions and a bunch of things that need to happen, don't need to happen, etc., etc. But it is going to have you provide some info in terms of like what's your address, your account information, your bank account information. Again, that's irs.gov/getmypayment. That is where you guys are going to have to go onto. Again, if you guys have any questions, the link will be in the description. But those are really the top 5 reasons on why it is that you aren't receiving your stimulus money yet. Just understand that payments are going out on a weekly basis at this current point. I know stage 1 wrapped up. Stage 2 happens to be on April 20th. April 20th is going to be their next round. So again, if you guys want to, make sure and go smash that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell to get updates. Because again, as we know, April 20th, we're going to get some direct deposit, or we're going to get some money sent out. On April 22nd, we're going to get some direct deposits. So on the 22nd, I'm going to be able to give you guys an update on where that money is. If you guys haven't received your money, if you have received your money, then you guys will be able to come back to this channel and get that update. So, I just want to give you guys an update on this, ladies and gentlemen, if you came here to this page, right? If you came here to this page based on this epidemic that is going on right now, and you guys are just genuinely curious about where your stimulus bill is, or your stimulus check is, I just want to say that I appreciate you guys. I appreciate each and every single one of you to the first thing to the end of this video, but this gives you also an opportunity. In times of crisis, there's always times for opportunity, and this gives you an opportunity to go ahead and smash that like button. Go ahead and subscribe, because you are going to be joining a team where we regularly come to you guys with content that is based on business, passive income, ATMs, and overall mindset. So in the current time right now, this is a great opportunity. Take advantage of the lifetime of the opportunity and the opportunity of the lifetime to smash that subscribe button to get to a channel that is going to teach you right about finance and overall entrepreneurship. So ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the video for right now. I just want to say thank you so much for showing up here and doing all of those call to actions that I required you to do if you're still watching this video. So Austin Lewis here saying thank you, and we'll see you guys in a future video.